Okay, this problem asks you, says, we either prepare a cost of goods manufactured schedule in proper form or a cost of goods sold schedule in proper form. Looks like I made a mistake on the cost of goods sold section. Anyway, and the data we use is from the Two Sisters Inc. So it's this information scribbled up here. So let's just go through and kind of show you where that goes. By the way, this format, and this is the schedule of cost of goods manufactured. This format, all I did was copy and paste it out of the homework you submitted in Chapter 2. So this is just the exact identical format you did in Chapter 2. So we start with our direct materials. We add our beginning raw materials, which are 5,000. So if we scroll up to our T account, and you can see our, maybe I'll use the highlighter, our beginning raw materials is 5,000. Okay, we add to that our purchases of raw materials. So our purchase of raw materials is the debit there, so that's 110,000. Okay, so that gives us available goods available of 115. We subtract ending inventory, which is given to us, of 10,000. And that gives us direct materials used in production. Now that amount we'd calculated earlier. That's what we calculated here. And what we calculated there, although my math looks goofy, and what we wrote in there. That's our direct materials. The next part is direct labor, which was 25,000. We go up to the WIP account, and there's the direct labor in the WIP account of 25,000. We scroll back down. The next part is manufacturing overhead. Now remember that it is applied overhead, not actual overhead. So it's this amount here, but really we're getting it from here because the cost of goods manufactured schedule is really everything it's basically everything that's going on in this account. So it's the 45,000. Oops, and that's what I'm showing here. All those get added up. We get total manufacturing costs of 175,000. We add to that beginning work in process, right? So the 2,000 of beginning WIP. And then we subtract, or I get ahead of myself. We add that together. That gives us available 177,000. We subtract the ending WIP of 37, and that gives us costs of goods manufactured of 40. Now remember, I calculated that by working backwards because cost of goods manufactured is really this amount here of 140, but that that goes from WIP into here. So anyway, we subtract the ending WIP to get cost of goods manufactured of 140. Okay, and that checks out to that. Now, the cost of goods sold schedule, which is actually a much easier schedule to do, but I messed this up because I used the 140 that we calculated. Actually, this problem says ignore that and assume, in this case, the cost of goods manufactured is 80. So we'll just start with this thing. We start with our beginning finished goods inventory. Right? So I scroll up here. Beginning finished goods inventory is 10,000. We add to that cost of goods manufactured. So this is where I want to add. This is where I want to add the 80, which it says to use in this problem. That means my goods available for sale are 90. From that, I'm going to deduct my ending finished goods inventory. And ending finished goods inventory is 20,000. So minus 20 gives me, in this particular problem, cost of goods sold of 70,000.